What's going on, everyone? Today is May the 15th, 2021. We are here. This is the Lookout Live, to where we are able to collaborate with all of our artisan members to ensure that we look at some other charts that they may be interested in. Today is May the 15th. I want you all in the chat box, let me know how profitable you were this week. Were you profitable at all in any of your cryptocurrency plays, in any of your stock plays? Are you up? Are you down? Just let everyone know in our community how you're faring within these two markets. So drop the comment, let us know how high you are up in profits, or if you're down, that's okay. This is one thing that we do here on this particular channel. We're here for a learning process so that we can try to predict where prices are going to go, all without being confused. So if you want to participate in this live stream, you need to become an artisan member, right? It's one of our perks that we're offering on our HueFin News channel, and we have two perks. The first one you all can see is right here. Okay, this is only $1.99 for the artisan perk, to where you'll receive loyalty badges to let everyone know in our emojis right there in the market for our calls that we do. We want you all to learn how to call the market right alongside with us, which is a great thing as well. Next thing, if you want to participate during our Lookout live streams, you need to become an artisan member. Now, this particular perk is $4.99, right? $4.99 a month. We'll give you all the option as to when to tell us which charts you want us to look at right here in the community section. We send out a community post every week to try to gauge when you all want to see what particular chart, right? Because we cannot look at every chart individually, whether it's in the cryptocurrency space or in the stock market. I know that there's a lot of other cryptocurrency projects going on that many people may be interested in. So this is the opportunity for us to collaborate, look at those certain charts so that we can try to spell out where the market is headed. Okay. So we got a couple of people saying here in the chat box that they are up in some plays, some are down a couple of plays. This is all a learning process for this particular channel. We want to make sure that we stay ahead of the game. This is where the market money is going to be made, is that we got to anticipate where prices are going to go. And in relation to that, we're just going to look at two cryptocurrencies on today's video. All right. So let's go ahead and get started in that real quick. The first one that we're going to look at is going to be Theta. Okay. This is Theta token right here. You guys can tell that we did do a price prediction back on April the 23rd, looking for the market weakness to come through in Theta. And for the most part, you guys can tell that Theta has been giving us some weakness, but it came in relatively quick and grabbed support, which we have already identified right there around $8. So look at Theta. You know, I want you all to look at Theta right now and tell me, what do you all think? Do you still think this market in Theta is a buy or a sell? Okay. Drop the comment in the comment section and let us know. And if you haven't done it yet, right, we got 53 people right now on this live. Make sure if you haven't tapped that thumbs up button that you do that. If you all appreciate the free content that we are delivering here for you all on this day, make sure you hit that like button, pump up those likes so that we can ensure that everyone else sees how valuable this content is that we are garnering in the markets. So King David writes he's also up in Matic and Cardano. Great job. Ian Marshall writes buy. Are you telling us to buy Theta? Marco's telling everyone that XRP has just went higher towards from $1. Cold Flames wrote that he'll sell Theta. You think Theta's a sell? King David also, Theta's a strong sell right now. Okay. No, Aaron, we haven't covered Cardano. We're not going to cover Cardano today on the live. So check it out. What do y'all think about Theta? Good job, Chris. He took profits in ADA. That's always a good thing. Taking that profit out the market when you're ahead of the game. Okay, Theta is a buy. All right. So now let's go back and talk about what occurred against our last price prediction first, and then we'll see where the market is going to go in Theta. Okay. So we said that the market could find some support right there around $8.10. And on the 25th, it came close. It wasn't precisely on it, but we knew that the market could hold support there. And that is where the market in Theta has found support. So maybe about 9.5% you could have grabbed out the market. If not on the 25th, the second opportunity that you had was about 2 or 3 days ago, March the 13th, right? So this is telling us off the bat that the market enjoys seeing support around $8.10. Okay. Now I'm here to tell you that breaking price below $8.10 will be all out madness for this currency, because we have already established twice that the trap enjoys holding this price there around $8.10. He's creating that support area. So any likelihood of Theta breaking $8 to the downside, we already know what to expect. Market movement to continue to go lower. Okay. So keep that in mind as we see this market trade for this upcoming work week. So now we've had our restriction area all the way up here around $11.25. The market actually tapped out up there around 13. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to extend out that restriction area into the market in Theta first. So now this is it. Okay, this has been the last couple of 3-day price bars in the market in Theta, and I'll be the one to also be in line with those that said that Theta is a sell, right? I'm seeing that the market is weak in Theta as of this particular moment, but if you're still into that camp to where you're looking for the market in Theta to go higher, your main focus needs to be on how price trades around $8. Okay. Depending on how price trades around $8 for those who are looking for Theta to go higher, you really need to pay attention to $8. So now, the last 3-day price bar in Theta is showing us that the market is weak. So far, we are seeing some demand come into the market in Theta right there around $8, right? So we are under the premise that so far the market is stable in the sense that it wants to continue to hold $8 right now. But let's take a look at the market on the 5-day time frame. We're stair-stepping our way lower in price. Every 5-day price bar, you all can see that we're closing lower than the previous 5-day price bar. Right there. This is Chris wrote the question, are there any suggestions on where you can buy Theta? So if you're in the chat, if you've ever read that question, try to give him an answer as to some cryptocurrency exchanges that we can buy Theta on. Because I could have known that you could buy Theta on Binance. Maybe not on the US Binance exchange, but Binance in general, I think you should be able to buy it there. So now, the further out in time we go in Theta, you guys can tell that we're getting nothing but weakness across the board, even right here on this weekly time frame. So we are still in the bout of weakness in the market in Theta, no doubt. We were able to see the market in Theta at least give us some strength over the last couple of weeks, but now the weakness is still dominating this market. Okay, so we're not going to be fooled. We're not going to be tricked into thinking that Theta is a buy as of this particular moment. The best outcome that we can get is seeing the market trade sideways. That's it. This is Chris. Katrina also wrote that you could get Theta on KuCoin. You can also buy it on Bitmart from Eminem. So you could try those exchanges as well. So check it out. Next thing I wanted to show you all on Theta is how the market trend has been going. Okay. This is one trend. This is the second trend that the market in Theta is on. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of this ascending line right here because the market is not even acting on that. So these are the two outcomes that we can see into the market in Theta. The market can continue to hold this ascending line, right? Because we've seen it twice on 2 weekly price bars. The market in Theta has came and bounced off that line. So it could either see the market hold that ascending line, or we can see the market trade sideways. Those are the only two outcomes that we can see. Okay. So this is where the crossroads is going to be met at in Theta. Okay, right here. This is where the crossroads is. And the answer is going to be determined relatively soon. Right here. I've just circled it for you. So over the next, well, I would say until beginning half, ending of May, the answer as to whether or not Theta is going to continue to go higher in price will be determined, I would say next week. Sometime next week, we'll have our answer as to whether or not Theta is going to continue to go higher. Okay. Now, we're seeing that right now. The process is ongoing into the market in Theta, but the current dominating feature going on into the market in Theta is weakness. That is the current environment. And you have to face it for what it is. There's nothing that I can do about it. There's nothing that you can do about it. So we're going to continue to follow that same notion, but we're going to be real mindful as to how weak we're trying to expect this price to be, because I'm not going to come out and tell you that the market is extremely weak in Theta. Not at all. But we can still anticipate that the price is going to decrease. You know, there's nothing wrong with anticipating the market to go lower. We're not one of those pump and dump type of channels. We're not going to tell you that Theta is going to completely collapse and go all the way down to $1, right? We're going to be more realistic in how low we think the price is going to go. And there is still slightly a little bit more weakness involved into the market in Theta, and it's not that weak. You know, as I see this market trade on these different time frames, the market actually is not that weak. I do like how price is able to hold support above $9 as well as above that ascending line. It doesn't look detrimental at all from that perspective. So now this is the 90-minute chart right here in Theta. And in all actuality, I'm not really expecting this market in Theta to give us too much weakness. Maybe around $9 again to give us another quick touch, or even possibly $9.17. You know, I'm not really seeing too much outside of that. So let's actually see how much of a difference that would be. That's only 4.5% market movement to the downside. Even that might be even 2%. Yeah, 2.5%. Right. So let me zoom in on the hourly time frame. Yeah, I'm not really seeing too much weakness coming into the market in Theta. So I'm going to play this only on the short term. All right. Long term, this market in Theta can definitely give us continuation of market movement high in price, but I just don't see it coming through yet. Okay, so we're going to have to play the weakness because this is the current dominating feature that we are seeing on this price chart. Okay, so in relation to that, we're going to be conservative though. We're just going to see the market try to come in and prop up price right there around $9, which is only 4.75% profitability, which is cool because we already know that the trap can literally come in and prop up that price at that particular point. Next area would be towards this ascending line, maybe around 850, and that's about it. Okay, I'm not really seeing that much weakness, and there's a lot of pinpoints on this chart that the market can come in and grab that support area. So I'm not overly bearish, I'm not overly bullish. I'm just looking for the market to dip slightly in Theta over the next day or so, right? I'm not anticipating this to be a drawn out, long out process. It can transition over to that, but I'm not seeing it on these varying time frames. So to everyone that was in the chat, yes, I'm seeing the weakness as well, just slightly though. I'm not expecting it to crash at all. We got a lot of strong points that can keep Theta price maintained. Okay, right there around $9 to even $8 ultimately. All right. So that is that in Theta. Now we're going to move on to our second cryptocurrency. Okay, which is Solana. Let's go ahead and check out Solana real quick. So as the title of the thumbnail reads, these cryptocurrencies are a sell. The first one, Theta, is a sell, but it's a minor sell. Okay, I'm not trying to overweight you all into thinking that the market in Theta is going to completely crash. But yeah, Theta is weak, and we got to recognize it for what it is. Okay. Now, this is Solana. Okay, we're already down 7.5% in the market in Solana. The first thing we do when we come into the market, right? When we look at price charts, we're looking at the market. This is the mind frame. This is the basis and consensus of price. Okay, this is where everyone's mind was in agreement on each particular trading day. So this is a lot of information that we can actually digest to give us the leg up, to give us the competitive advantage over everyone else. It's just by the price bars and the volume. Okay, so we can already tell that Solana is in a massive uptrend. That is very positive because we already got the direction as to where the majority of the people involved in Solana wants to take the price. They want to take it higher. So we are going to hold the majority of our understanding in Solana as to reading that the market is strong right now. Okay, that is the current idea that we are going to hold. Okay, so when we look at the chart, we need to make sure that we continue to see that. We need to make sure that we are always seeing the strength appear into the market, because it confirms that everyone who is involved in Solana still wants to increase this price. So look at the chart. I want you all to tell me, where do you think the market in Solana is going to go? And when I ask you that question, let's talk about this on a weekly time frame. So in the next week to 3 weeks, where do you think this price is going to go in Solana? Drop the chat. Let me know real quick. And I'm going to draw this ascending line into the market in Solana. Okay, this is the current trend that we're seeing into the market in Solana. Right there. King David, you still riding the Solana train? Let me know. How long are you going to ride the train? What price are you going to get off? Bounce off that ascending line? Okay, Chris. Cold Flame, your bear is on Solana as well, just as you were in Theta. Cisco's looking for the price to go down to around 33 to 28. That's pretty big, Cisco. Okay. So we're getting a couple of people in the chat looking for Solana to do a bounce. What price level are you all looking for to bounce? Give me the price level that you all are looking for this market to bounce. And I will tell you what I'm seeing. $36. I can see that too. That's a pretty good area too, Chris. $36 is a pretty good area. $37.50. Okay. Yeah, Cold Flame, that's where the last market touched. That was at $37.50. You think it's going to go back there? King David, $40. So you're expecting the market to bounce right now. Phantom, I'm waiting for it to go back down to $5. You might be there for a while. You might be waiting for a long time. All right, so let's break this down real quick. Obviously, all of this trading right here, okay, so let's not be tricked into thinking that what has been going on into the market in Solana, we're buying. That is not what has been going on into the market in Solana. I'll be the first one to tell you there has been nothing but selling going on into the market in Solana, right up here around $50, back down to around $40.80. Nothing but selling. Okay, and now we're finally seeing the market get tired. Is getting tired. We're losing a lot of the demand. Those who wanted to buy Solana at these prices, they have now bought all that they can buy. So we're now seeing the market weakness enter in. So like many of you have already wrote in the chat, we're looking for a bounce. We're looking for a price level that we would expect the trap to try to come in and prop up this price, right? So we got a couple of people saying $33, $28, some saying $40, $37.50 is where we're looking for some bounce to occur into the market in Solana. Okay, so now based off the last couple of 3-day price bars, we should all be in agreement that there was nothing but selling going on. Let's take a look at the market in Solana on the 5-day time frame real quick. And this is where I'm actually seeing a lot of weakness come through the market in Solana. This 5-day price bar, okay, is right here. Take a look at that. Okay, this tells us a lot about what to expect in the market in Solana in the long term, at least on the 5-day time frame. This is where we're really seeing the weakness into the market in Solana. Now, if you haven't hit that like button, we got 48 people right now watching the live, 21 likes. Everyone, if you haven't done it, just make sure you tap that like button real quick. If you all appreciate the nuggets, the knowledge that we are dropping to you and understanding how to read the markets. All right. So I don't like the 5-day price bar. It lets me know that the market during this 5-day trading period, okay, it tried to go higher. This is what this price bar means. The market tried to go higher in price, and it even tried to make all-time highs. But you know what? We failed. We are down here at the bottom of the bar. So that tells us that there is more weakness coming through the market in Solana than there are buyers, right? Appreciate that, Camille. So 5-day time frame is weak. Weekly time frame is weak. Now, looking at this from a weekly perspective, do you think it's logical to expect the price in Solana to come here to around 32? Because this is where Cisco in the chat mentioned that he's looking for Solana to go down to $33. Is that possible? Looking at this from a weekly perspective, that is definitely possible. All right. 2 weeks time frame, still here. 3 weeks, still here. That's right, Jermaine. Hit that like up, thumbs up button. So check it out. We're going to play the weakness in the market in Solana as well. All right. I think a lot of people in the chat are in agreement with that, right? We're all expecting the market in Solana to go lower. My area of bounce would come from $36.20 all the way back down here towards $33.15, right there. Okay. Now, this is the playground. This is the price action area that we need to watch the market right there. Okay. We're going to pay attention to the market in Solana to see where we're going to get that bounce. All right. So let's do it. Let's get in position and expect the market weakness to come through. Now, this is the 2-day time frame. Market already confirmed that it liked 37.50. There was someone in the chat that also mentioned that 37.50 could be the area to bounce. Cold Flame mentioned that. So obviously I will be in agreement with that as well. We already confirmed that. The trap already shown us that he was willing to prop up the price at that level. So obviously we need to come into the market and TP out there. Now, looking at this on the 5-day time frame, on the weekly time frame, that time frame I'm not expecting 37.50 to hold. Right? Maybe around $32.50, $33. Like Cisco wrote in the chat, that is definitely in the realm of possibility. And that's where we're going to play. So our first area of TP. TP simply means where we're going to take profit, 37.50. Right? Next area, I'm really paying attention to the high that came in right here on this 2-day price bar, because the market can actually hold that area too. And we can see the market bounce from here and go higher as well, which is around $36.20. So So I'm definitely paying attention to that price area too. So the first area will be $37.50. Second area will be $36.20. Third area, all the way back down to $33. Those are the three areas. Everyone in the chat, Chris wants to know, does Bitmart allow taking profit on the decline of a coin? Can you sell? Can you short in the market on Bitmart? Because I'm not exactly sure neither. Can you short on Bitmart? What you talking about, Craig? You talking about in Solana? Or you talking about in a different cryptocurrency? All right, so this is the play right there. All right. We're playing in weakness and Solana as well. So these two cryptocurrencies, the title of this video reads, these cryptos are a sell. We've answered the question. Yes, they are a sell. We have identified some areas of support to where we can expect the market to bounce, Solana as well as in Theta. Now, out of the two, I will say that Theta has the biggest probability of finding the closest area of support and moving higher. What's going on, Sweet Canary? King David, Elon Musk made the market more difficult for crypto investors. I don't know. If anything, he has increased the volatility which the market needs in order to move. So I don't think a lot of people has been acting on, I don't think the outside the trap, I don't think those who are not making the market is acting upon what Elon Musk is writing or talking about. But the trap, he's definitely taking advantage of everything that he tweets about or everything that he mentions about in the cryptocurrency space. That's right, King Dave. Not all cryptocurrencies are selling right now. So let's run this one back, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you all go after this one. We're gonna look at Ethereum real quick because I know that one's been a hot topic a lot within the community. And this is Ethereum right now. So we did a price prediction on this channel all the way back here on April the 30th. And here's the market right there. Now, this tells us a lot. Okay, everyone's gonna come out with their videos and tell you to buy the dip and tell you that the market is still a buy. We're not seeing that. Even in Ethereum situation, the market is down 8.25% right now. This is massive. This tells us that we got some lower price movement to go through in Ethereum, right? We're not going to fool you all. The chart doesn't lie. The only thing that lies is those who try to pump these coins and those who are simply looking in one direction as if cryptocurrencies always go up. Okay. This is Ethereum on a 3-day time frame. We're seeing nothing but weakness. We've had 2 consecutive weeks to where Ethereum, right, try to go higher. That's the first 3-day price bar. Yes, no doubt, Phantom B. It is the king of fees. And this is the third 3-day price bar that Ethereum tried to go higher. And on each of those 3-day price bars, we close at the low. So I don't understand what people are talking about to come in and purchase Ethereum at these high prices, because it's not being revealed on the price chart. This is nothing but weakness. Nothing but selling is going on in Ethereum. Yeah, I do like Ethereum too, King. I've been in Ethereum for a while too. So yeah, we're getting weakness into the market in Ethereum. 5-day time frame as well. But it doesn't mean that the market's going to completely crash. Okay. We just need to come back down, let the trap show us where he's willing to prop up the price, and then that's when to get back onto the boat. That's when we get back onto the ship. Is to ride it back up to higher prices. But as of right now, this market in Ethereum is also showing some weakness, which rightfully so. I mean, looking at Ethereum over the last couple of weeks, we've seen the market make all-time highs. it's been going higher. We would expect to see us come back down. That's only logical. That's only reasonable to expect, right? So when the market gets down 8.25%, you might see a lot of fear, a lot of FUD coming through to where people start questioning this currency, right? So yeah, I mean, looking at the chart, it needs to take a break. Markets cannot go up into perpetuity without coming back down and testing some areas of support. It's been a great run though, right? If you're definitely into the market in Ethereum early on, you've definitely seen a climactic increase in your Ethereum tokens. Okay. So looking at these three cryptocurrencies, you all should know as to what is the current emotion of the market, like what is actually going on. The market is weak. Ethereum, Solana, Theta is also weak. So the trap is not going to trick us. He's not going to trick us into thinking that this market is still a buy. We're going to wait until he shows us where he's willing to prop up the price, and then the market will go back up to higher movement. Now, it might take a couple of days. It might need to take a couple of weeks as the market just bounces in between support and restriction. 3,200. Phantom Beat is expecting Ethereum to stay around 3,200 for about a week. Yeah, I would say around 32, maybe 34, to where he's going to try to prop up the price. My first area would be around 3,400 though. And that's it. Okay. Let's not make this difficult, right? If anyone is speaking to you all in a language that you don't understand, i.e. they're talking about parabolic, they're talking about stochastics, they're talking about MACDs and fib tracements and all of this outside knowledge that really doesn't benefit us, you really need to question whether or not they understand what the market is going to do, right? You really need to, because as always, if you guys have been following this channel for a while, you got to realize that this market is not new. It's been around. I'm talking about stocks trading, the overall financial markets. It's been around for almost 100 years, right? So how did those individuals back in the early days, how did they trade the markets? Because back in those days, they didn't have fib retracements. They didn't have Bollinger Bands. They didn't have moving averages. They didn't even have computers, right? So how did they know that these stocks were going to go higher and lower? There's basic fundamentals or laws that operate in every market. And once you understand what those laws are, you can literally eradicate technical indicators, because it's the market consensus of everyone who participates that is listed on these price charts. And given the advancement of technology and all the amount of information that is available, we're able to take advantage over the markets a lot better than what we were 50 years ago, 75 years ago, right? These price charts is speaking volumes if you really understand how to read it. If you really understand what the volume and price bar means in combination, you will be a very powerful force in predicting where prices are going to go. And you won't be tricked. You won't be fooled. You won't be guessing as to where you think the market is going to go. And even if you were to get a prediction wrong, you'll still be able to tell, let me go ahead and minimize my losses now, because from what I'm seeing, this price is going to go a lot lower, right? You would definitely get that. And you become more relaxed. You won't be, your heart rate won't be beating once you see the market dip, 8%, 9%, because you already understand that this is where the market is headed. You won't be fearful and jumping onto the boat or the ship just because the market is going higher. You'll be able to know, okay, excellent. but I'm still going to wait. I'm waiting for the price to come down to this particular level because from what I'm seeing, the market is going to come back and prop up the price there. And then you won't be fooled into holding these stocks and cryptocurrencies for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Now, I'm not telling you not to do that because obviously I'm doing the same thing. There are some plays that I'm holding out for the long term because I know that we haven't even touched how high these cryptocurrencies are going to go, or even stocks. But you also need to have another basket as to where you're going to come in and take short profits, right? These massive institutions and financial institutions, hedge funds, don't hold cryptocurrencies and stocks for 15, 20 years. They may have one or two, but for the most part, they're also here to grab the bag and walk out the store. They're not here to give any longer duration of time than what needs to be. Once it hits their price target, guess what? They're selling. And the bad thing about it is that these hedge funds, when you think about it, they have billions of dollars of assets under management, right? And by them having so much millions of shares of a particular stock, let's say Apple, right? Let's say Apple, and they got 15 million shares of Apple and they're trying to sell it. They cannot come into the market on one day and sell all 15 million shares. They got to do it sporadically so that it doesn't show their hand. But you can still tell that the market is selling. It's all about trickery. They cannot show forth their hand. But you can still see when a market really comes through. So let me show you. I'm going to let you all go after this. And you cannot miss these things. When you see them on a price chart, you really need to perk up your ears and say, what's going on? So I did a video for Loop Ring, right? And I'm going to show it to you just today. And we were playing the weakness. It's going to be uploaded to YouTube in a minute. But take a look at this on the daily time frame, okay? And I want you all to see, what do you all see in the market in Loop Ring? Take a look at that on the daily time frame. What is the first thing that your eyes automatically go towards? What's the first thing? And it's a glaring indication as to what the market is going to do in the future. And it didn't require technical indicators or anything. What is it? Tell me in the chat. Let me know. No, I want you all to tell me, what do you see that your eyes automatically see between the price bars and the volume? What do you all see? That's right. That's right. Has it Cisco, that massive red candle, that is climactic right there. Your eyes should have seen that automatically and said, what's going on? Right there. That's right. Neon pendant volume spike. That's right, Carlos. Red candle. That's exactly right. And then take a look at the price. Take a look at the price bar right here. That's a very wide price bar. What happened on that particular day? Exactly. That's right. Everyone's getting it right. That's it. This is how you're able to read the market. This is how you're able to understand what is going on. There was someone, whether it's a big institution, whether it's a bag holder who had millions of Loop Ring tokens, they sold on that particular day because we saw the market in Loop Ring start around 65 cents. We topped out up there around, 91 cents, and we closed all the way on the bottom. There's selling going on right now in Loop Ring, no doubt. So that's why it's relatively easy for us to play the weakness, because this volume is massive. It's climactic. Like, it shook the market so much that it hasn't been able to go higher following. And there is still selling going on right now. Exactly. And it doesn't require putting a Bollinger Band on your chart. It doesn't require having EMAs on your chart. All right. Again, this is a TradingView. It's a web-based chart platform. But this is how you're able to see what is going on, because take a look at the next one. Look at this volume price bar. And take a look at the result. Like, what happened after we saw all of this volume? What happened after we saw this volume come through Loop Ring on January the 5th, 2021? What happened? We went down. Following January the 5th, the market in Loop Ring went down. So what occurred on January the 5th was nothing but selling. So we're going to expect the same thing. This is powerful, right? Once you see that, you won't be tricked at Elon Musk's tweets. You won't be confused as to why the market went higher or why did it go lower when, you know, a smart contract was just listed on Loop Ring. This is the reason why. This is one of the laws in the markets. It is interest and stockpile, right? Stockpile is the amount of volume that comes in and tries to push down the price of someone coming in and selling. Interest is how many people are willing to buy. That's it. That's the first law. Kenneth writes, so when do you think the next spike will go up? It all depends on where the trap comes in and holds support. So we're looking around 55 cents to around 50 cents to at least see him try to come in and prop up the price. But based off that volume, even 55 cents to 50 cents is in jeopardy of being broken to the downside. Like, this is valuable information right here that doesn't require having indicators, right? You all caught that. Everyone who is in the chat caught that. This is what you need to be on the lookout for whenever you see your price chart. The cleaner you are able to see the market, the cleaner you're able to understand what is going on. Like, take a look at this as I zoom out. There's only been one more day since Loop Ring has been traded on the exchange that we've seen this much volume. So that's it. That is all I have for today. I want to give your time back. I know it's very valuable. That's the most precious commodity that you and I all have. But I just wanted to take a small amount of it so we can look at the price charts from our artisan members, and as well drop a couple of nuggets to you all so that we can understand and how to read the markets for ourselves. Once you understand this information, you will become very powerful into the market, and you won't be swayed or persuaded into thinking that the market is going to go a certain direction. No doubt, Chris. Appreciate that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you all go. Appreciate your opportunity for y'all to stop by. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure you do that. If you haven't liked the video, make sure you do that as well, because we're not here to give you any hyper FOMO. We want to teach you all and show you all that you can actually get ahead of the game so that you can win. All right. So make sure you maintain a profitability, and as always, be on the lookout.